Healthcare workers, what's the most embarrassing thing someone said coming out of anesthesia? I'm a nurse at a children's hospital, and we had this 17-year-old kid come in for emergency surgery down there. Testicular torsion. It's basically when things get twisted and you need immediate surgery before permanent damage happens. This kid, let's call him Jake, was in so much pain, but the second he saw me, his face went bright red. He kept trying to fix his hair and act tough while literally crying from pain. When he was going under anesthesia, he grabbed my hand and said, "Wait, I need to tell you something." I thought he was going to say he was allergic to something, but instead he goes, "You're the prettiest girl I've ever seen in my entire life." I just smiled and said, "Okay, sweetie, we'll talk after surgery." The surgery went perfectly fine, but here's where it gets wild. When Jake started waking up from anesthesia, he saw me checking his vitals and said, "I had a dream about you. We were at prom together, and you said yes to being my girlfriend." I tried not to laugh. "That's sweet, honey. But you just had surgery. You need to rest." But this kid was not giving up. He literally tried to sit up in the hospital bed, wincing in pain, and said, "No, no, no, you don't understand. I love you. I've loved you since the moment I saw you, which was like 3 hours ago, but I just know you're the one." His mom was in the recovery room trying so hard not to burst out laughing. Then Jake reached under his hospital gown, pulled out his patient ID bracelet, and said, "I know this isn't a real ring, but will you marry me? Please. I promise I'll get you a real one when I'm not in a hospital gown." His mom was crying from laughter, and I was trying so hard to stay professional. I gently pushed his hand back down. "Jake, sweetheart, you just had surgery on a very sensitive area. You need to rest." He looked devastated. "But you're leaving me already?" We had such a good thing going. About 2 hours later, the anesthesia had worn off, and Jake was fully conscious. I went to check his vitals one more time, and the second he saw me, his face turned completely white. His mom looked at him. "Oh, good. You remember Nurse Sarah." Jake's eyes went even wider. "Oh my God, did I say anything weird?" His mom jumped in. "Oh honey, you proposed to her with your hospital bracelet." I have never seen a teenage boy look more mortified. His face went from white to bright red in about 2 seconds, and he pulled the blanket over his head. I tried to make him feel better. "Hey, don't worry about it. Anesthesia makes everyone say funny things." But then I made a mistake. Without thinking, I said, "Besides, after seeing you during surgery down there, you have nothing to be embarrassed about. You're perfectly normal and healthy." Everything looked great. The room went completely silent. Jake slowly pulled the blanket down and stared at me with the most horrified expression I've ever seen. His mom was frozen with her mouth open. I tried to backtrack. I mean, medically speaking, everything was normal. The surgery went perfectly, but Jake just kept staring. "You saw everything?" I nodded. "Well, yes, Jake. I'm your nurse. I was assisting with your surgery." He pulled the blanket back over his head. "I can never come back to this hospital ever again. Just let me die here." His mom was trying not to laugh. "Jake, she's a medical professional. She sees this stuff every single day." Jake's muffled voice came from under the blanket. "That doesn't make it better, Mom. That makes it so much worse. The girl I proposed to saw my junk while I was unconscious. This is literally my worst nightmare." He peeked out from under the blanket. "You said everything looked great, though." His mom burst out laughing. "Oh, honey, just stop talking. You're making it worse for both of you." When it was time for discharge, Jake refused to make eye contact with me. His mom had to get all the discharge instructions because he literally turned his entire body away from me.